Let's see about penalties imposed against an accountant who breaches contract duties. Now, we've seen lots of penalties, but these are even more penalties. Again, what are we going to benefit from here? Double dipping? Well, you'll see these again in our business law, but this is specifically related here as well. A CPA's liability to a client can take various forms depending on the circumstances and the nature of the breach or misconduct. Now, these are 4 different damages. The rescission, this is going to be a legal remedy that aims to restore both parties to their original positions before the contract was entered into, trying to make it as if this never happened. In the context of a CPA's liability, if a client can prove that the CPA breached the contract or committed fraud or misrepresentation, the client may seek rescission of the contract. This means the client's no longer obligated to perform, and the CPA wouldn't need to return any fees or compensation received. But you don't have to do your part, and you give the money back. Now, specific performance, again, we will see this in business law. Specific performance, this is a legal remedy that requires a party to fulfill the terms of a contract rather than paying monetary damages for non-performance. So you got to go through with it, you got to do it. In the case of a CPA's liability, specific performance may be sought if the CPA failed to deliver certain services as agreed upon in the contract. However, specific performance is generally less common in professional services contracts, as courts are often reluctant to force parties to continue working together when trust has been broken. Makes sense, right? But where would you see this? Likely in just the law. Well, if you hired someone to repair your vintage car and this is the only person that can do it, you had a breach of contract, the courts could say, all right, there's not really any, I mean, you can go to anyone to prepare your taxes, right? But you can't go to anyone to repair your vintage super rare car. So the courts may say, hey, you gotta, repair this guy's car properly. We're gonna monitor you, make sure you do a good job. But that's a situation where you might see specific performance. Next, money damages. Money damages are the most common form of relief because who doesn't want money, right? It's just in any sort of legal situation, money is the most common form. Sought by clients against CPAs for breaches of contract, negligence, or malpractice. Again, make sure you know the differences between those. Money damages aim to compensate the client for any financial losses incurred as a result of the CPA's actions. These damages can include the cost of hiring another professional to correct the errors, any penalties and interest paid to tax authorities, or other consequential damages resulting from the CPA's breach. Lastly, punitive damages. This is the most severe. This is not only damages to make it right, this is going after you and making sure that you suffer, you bleed a little bit. Punitive damages are awarded in addition to compensatory damages, such as these, to punish the defendant for particularly egregious conduct and to deter similar behavior in the future. In the context of a CPA's liability, punitive damages may be awarded if the CPA's conduct was fraudulent, malicious, or demonstrated a reckless disregard for the client's interests. So this is the court coming after you. Yes, you've satisfied whatever you wronged the client with, but this is them coming after additional money because you were so bad that you warranted them trying to come after more money. Punitive damages are typically only awarded in cases involving intentional misconduct or extreme negligence. These are not going to be a common occurrence in ordinary negligence or breach of contract cases. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.